Good morning, teacher Elsa. In this opportunity, my partner Julie, my person Elizabeth will present an article entitled Internet Part of Our Life. To begin with, we all know the Internet and the great benefits it affords us, likewise the importance it has in our daily life since it appeared. For example, it allows us to communicate in real time from anywhere in the world to share for information amongst others. Because the internet has a sort of communications networks that are interconnected and that functions as a single logical network of global reach. And with the advancement of technology and science, the internet became the most important means of information.
Technology is not really new. If we go back in 1969, when the first connection of names Konao ARPANET was established, which has been evolving throughout time, mainly throughout the wireless communication platform. And since the advent of the internet has been around the world and extraordinary speed. In 2030, they surpassed the figure, reaching more than 2,500 million internet users. Most were residents of China. The expansion is on the internet was affect a long time to the difficult posed the installation in telecommunications infrastructures.
In 1991, the number of subscribers to wireless devices was 60 million, and in 2013, almost 7 million. That almost reached the number of inhabitants, which shows that almost the majority of the people were connected. And the internet is also an open architecture network which can be designed and developed separately by other people. If the internet is a large network of computers relay which exchange information between them.
The Internet is a global network where computers are connected to the network and they use common language. For example, a website is like a book, web pages are like a sheet of the book, and the hyper takes a formal paragraph. Scientific research has revealed a great around the world and the interactions between the Internet associated. The relationship between the radar studied carried on the way made and the cultural and institutional context. Therefore, every process of technological change generates is one methodology. Therefore, there is distances between social change and understanding.
For example, the media constantly make know that the internet is negative for the human being, but according to the studies carried out, it's the opposite, since the people who use it are more cheerful and haven't active social life, because the internet is only a material culture which has been based on ideas, values, and interests. which follow the global rules of society, characterized by the appearance of the new autonomous culture.
One advantage to the connections that is enough to the connection to modem to the cable to computers to have connections. With you need to deal activate services and tapes access only possible the regions where there are cable television services. Tape is one assets make it valuable and the different tapes and the bracing speed. The speed is not affected by the numbers of the users, the hours, and in the which services is used.
Finally, the Internet as a global network that has a growing variety of networks that operate on wireless platforms that formed the technological network of society, as well as the electrical uh, network and the engineered support for the social organizations modeling the industrial era.
In conclusions, the internet has pros and cons, but what clear is that change the force on communication. At people windows, it leads the way that acquisition information, leading to accelerate the development of society. Of course, it has a specific effect by the altering the capacity of the communications systems, organizing the form interactive flow from people to people, but like technologies, it doesn't not produces any effect. It's one clear that with you the internet we will never had experiences enormous development and social change is an aspect of life with the society.